Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. AI agents are hot once again, thanks to CreatorBid and their recent marketing activities with that leaderboard on Kaito. Everyone is talking about CreatorBid agents, and you can see it clear as day in the charts here. CreatorBid's token hit all the way up to 10 cents last night while we slept, which is a beautiful rally from the lows here. You can see point blank, CreatorBid is attempting to break out to new local highs. I'm very excited. We're going to talk about CreatorBid, we're going to talk about Bill, we're going to talk about decentralized science, and of course, we're going to touch on everything that you guys want to talk about in crypto. I'm already feeling thirsty, so we're going to go ahead and take a sip here. The best stuff out there. Yeah. We are currently in the middle of this rectangular box that I've drawn on here for the bid token, sitting at $25 million market cap. We still have a long way to go to get up to a more reasonable price for the CreatorBid ecosystem. A lot of the agents within CreatorBid are going absolutely bonkers here over the last couple of days, including none other than our own DeSci guy here, Bill. Ticker Bill Nye, up 51% on the day, skyrocketing up to a $650,000 FDV or a $300,000 market cap for just circulating, because most of Bill's supply is locked. And so this has been really nice to see, a clear and decisive breakout. We had that break to the same local high, and then we had a retest, and now we are skyrocketing back up. Really soon, I think we will be in the same area that CreatorBid is, within this rectangular box here for Bill, but time is going to be the determining factor there. Either way, I know that you guys all hold Bill, and I know that you guys all hold CreatorBid, so hell yeah. Round of applause for all of us for staying true with our conviction there, because it is in fact starting to pay off quite a bit. It's been crazy to see Bill here after having dropped 90 something percent. Yeah, literally dropped 99%. We are now seeing Bill back up 620%. With, at one point, it was going to take a 10,000% return to get back to all-time highs. Now what we're looking at is just a 1,000% return to get to all-time highs, which is pretty gorgeous if you do ask me. A little bit more than 1,000% to get to all-time highs, but either way, things are looking really good for our DeSci guy Bill here. What's going on, C90? How's it going, Big Bon? Welcome in, Beagle. Welcome, David. How's it going, Steve the Canadian? Talkred even showed up for today's live stream. That's how you know the market's in a good place. Oh, WC90. WC90, we got a gifted membership inviting in Steve the Canadian to the cult. You are now a member, and you have to be here every single day, Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, regardless as to if the regular stock market is open or not. As far as the other coins, the more dominant coins in the market, we have Ethereum chilling at the range lows. We have Solana chilling at the range lows. We have Bitcoin chilling at the range lows. Everything is at the low point here in this month or two of consolidation, waiting patiently just to see what happens with the war. In my opinion, no matter what ends up happening, we might have a quick shock down, but we are going to continue to send higher. Nothing, in my opinion, is showing that the cycle is over. It's just a bit of consolidation, which is ultimately really good because we get the RSI to cool off the whole time, you know? If we can see this RSI come down, which it already has, down to a 50, that is the midpoint, which leaves a lot of buying pressure. It leaves a lot of room for a move to the upside here. If we had just continued to stay up here in this elevated RSI land, you can see it right here. If we had continued to stay above 70 on the RSI, it would not have been a very sustainable rally. But thanks to all the uncertainty over the last month or two, we've had the opportunity to come back down and reset. Now we just need to wait patiently for everything to actually play out the way that it is supposed to play out. Funny enough, the green circle that I drew here back 2 months ago, a little over 2 months ago at this point, it does in fact look like we will be touching this green circle and continuing on. Unless we get like a crazy crash and then it just avoids the circle. But either way, the circle ended up actually being super accurate. So let's hope that the next circle or oval ends up being just as accurate and we get that push in this leg up to $150,000 per Bitcoin, because that would drag everything else up with it. I think we would see Ethereum breaking out to $4,000, maybe even a push higher than $4,000. I saw a little bit of interesting pieces of information here today on the overall short interest on Ethereum. I don't think I'll be able to find it. Yeah, everyone on my feed's just talking about creator bid. So that's right. It was just showing that Ethereum is at the most shorted that it has ever been, which is pretty insane if you think about it. I know that we've talked about how it can just be sort of a yield farming play where they buy Ethereum on the market, stake it, get the yield for staking it, and then short Ethereum. So it's more of a beta play, and there's not necessarily all those people just being short naked. But regardless, a lot of shorts on Ethereum right now, which is probably why we're seeing it just chill exactly sideways. Some sort of manipulation or strategy at play here. Now, if we look at these screenshots, this is from 6 hours ago, but you can see everyone is getting very, very excited here for the creator bid ecosystem. We have DKing up 27%. We have Bid up 41% at the time of the screenshot. We have Agent up 24%. We have Aeon up 24%. We have Eolus up 63%, and Shogun up 48%. And you guys know we already showed Bill up 51%. So everything is really just sending right now, which is gorgeous. Really beautiful. What's good, Stare? Welcome in. Bid just crossed 100 mil FTV and is outperforming the entire market. Hell yeah, baby. Hell yeah. It really is that Kaito drop. So hopefully you guys are endorsing Agent Bill. Hopefully you guys have your bid locked up so that you can get some of these airdrops and these unlocks, and you can get whatever the reward is for the end of this leaderboard challenge with Kaito. And it is definitely an ongoing thing, but a lot of the excitement does come in the front half of it. And yesterday in the Telegram for Bill, I ran a poll to see if we should wait to announce the partnership until Monday or if we should just send it regardless, because of all of the uncertainty that was happening in the geopolitical landscape. I didn't want the announcement to get kind of overshadowed with a giant dump in Bitcoin, but it looks like right now, with all of the excitement for Creator Bid, now would be the most appropriate time to kind of push this announcement. So let me know what you guys think. I'm being a little bit too indecisive, but ultimately I'm just giving you guys a voice in the decision, a voice in the in a say in what's going on. But I know at the end of the day it is my decision, and I'm getting a little bit excited, so I might end up just doing it today regardless, even though I just said Monday it is. But I don't want to waste all of this excitement that's happening in the landscape. And you guys said nice thumbnail, fire thumbnail. Thank you, C90. I had ChatGPT come up with it, just because if you guys didn't see, Creator Bid created the official banner of Creator Bid's agentic ecosystem, and they chose to just disclude Bill. So I had ChatGPT go ahead and just put Bill in there, and then they made it a little bit more square. So I went ahead and threw it into, I threw it in as a thumbnail for the video because it's not as banner-like as the one that they had made. I like it. It did a really good job of adopting Bill into the correct style of the thumbnail here. So, W ChatGPT. Yeah, things are looking good though. It's really been looking good for a while now. I've been saying, I feel like I've just been stuck saying the same thing for at least the last 2 or 3 weeks, but ultimately Bitcoin's price hasn't moved in like 2 or 3 weeks. And that is a story that continues to happen over and over again, where we just get a period of consolidation and then like quick sudden moves, whether that sudden move is to the upside or that sudden move is to the downside. We just get a long period of consolidation and then aggressive pushes. So long period of consolidation, I would assume by that by the end of the month, we get an aggressive push, hopefully higher, but time will tell. Dominance on Bitcoin really just continuing to eke higher marginally every day, as it has been. Let's push it then. Let's go. Trump is bull posting. Hell yeah. Let's go to Trump. Let's see what he is bull posting, because it's a little bit shocking. I wouldn't expect him to be bull posting right now. Unconditional surrender. I wouldn't say that's a bull post, but we know exactly where the so-called supreme leader is hiding. Again, I don't think that's bullish at all, but I guess depends who you're talking to. Good morning, Dr. Crypto. Good morning. I really am a fan of your banner on your X. Dr. Crypto. Look at this. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous banner. Let's go ahead and save this image. We will go to downloads. We shall name it Bill CB banner. Save. Hell yeah. Are you cool if I use it places? Let me get your consent, Dr. Crypto. Are you cool if you use it places? How am I not following you? What the hell? How are you not following me? What the hell? What the hell? That's funny. That's a funny image. Creator bid, taking hold of virtuals. Do what you want, bro. Hell yeah. It is the thumbnail. No, I made my own version for the thumbnail. But I like his version better because it's still the same dimensions of the banner. But I have my own version as the thumbnail. See? He's a little bit different. He's got no glasses in my version. All right. It is made to be spread. Bullish. Altcoin daily status. Is altcoin daily out here? Oh, okay. Oh, this is the bullishness that you're talking about. Yes, let us look at this. Breaking. President Donald Trump signals intent to sign crypto stablecoin bill ASAP. Digital assets are the future. Get it to my desk ASAP. No delays, no add-ons. The Senate just passed an incredible bill that is going to make America the undisputed leader in digital assets. Nobody will do it better. It is pure genius. Digital assets are the future of our nation, and our nation is going to own it. We are talking about massive investment and big innovation. The House will hopefully move lightning fast and pass the Clean Genius Act. Get it to my desk ASAP. No delays, no add-ons. This is American brilliance at its best, and we are going to show the world how to win with digital assets like never before. So this is in reference to the stablecoin bill that is passing, that is going to make stablecoins legal in the United States so that people can actually use them at their convenience in day-to-day life, which is a genius idea. It is something that is super needed, especially if you go look at some of the things that are happening in the world right now. We just saw Israel wipe out Iran's central bank ledger of everyone's digital record for how much money they have, meaning if you had your money in an Iranian bank, you no longer have any of that money because they wiped the record. They have to go back to the last save, basically. But with crypto, with blockchain, that's impossible. So stable coins can become dominant payment vehicles in the world. And having the United States set a precedent like this is absolutely beautiful. Also, we talked about it yesterday on the live stream about how a lot of these stablecoin issuers are buying treasuries, US treasuries, to back the issuance of the stablecoins. So it helps with Trump's mandate or Trump's desire to have interest rates lowered, right? If you buy bonds, you send the price up, meaning you send the yield down. Remember? Very stable, very understanding. And since the Fed is not stepping in to do anything with interest rates, if he can get the broader market to force the interest rates to change, the functional interest rates that is super bullish. That is a really good bill to pass. It's really exciting, actually. We will see how it all ends up unfolding, because right now it's only passed the Senate. It still needs to pass the House, and then it needs to get sent to Trump. And a lot of times bills end up just dying, even if they pass with no objections in one part of the government, right? We saw that Bitcoin reserve bill in Florida. It passed the Senate, but then it didn't pass the House, or I forget, it might have passed the House and not passed the Senate, but it didn't pass one, passed from the other with no objections. And then it never ended up actually making its way into law, which is a story as old as time. Speaking of time, if you want to enjoy yours longer, I highly recommend you buy from our sponsor here, water. Not sponsored, although it should be. It's so delicious. Even out of a SodaStream plastic cup, it is still so life-giving. As far as DeSci, we're still down 2.9%. Which is nothing different. What's driving the market right now? We got Isaac pumping 33%. I think the people behind Isaac got a little jealous of Bill, so they started pumping. It is still not broken above that $1 million threshold where I added a good amount. I think I bought in pretty heavy right here, and then we had a little spike and then a dump. And so, yeah. That investor curse continues to play on, right, C90, where when I say I'm buying something, if you wait a week or two, you can get it at a discounted price, which is beautiful. I love it being that way because that means I can also get it at a discounted price. But I did scoop some throughout here, and I'm just waiting patiently on it. I think it's going to be an easy play to the upside. It's just a matter of the market continuing to push. Beagle says water is a scam. What the hell? Water is not a scam. Mods, put him in timeout. Water is the holy grail. If we go look at the microcap DeSci plays, we see Bill leading the charge here, up 51%. Everything else kind of just chilling. Not Defi Hellman, down 16% today with a $357,000 market cap. These are super small. I'm excited for when they start skyrocketing. EGS down to a $76,000 market cap is crazy. You can get 1% of the supply on this thing for $760. You know what was funny, actually? Let me go ahead and pull this up. Speaking of super small market caps, I don't think they meant to do this, but look at here. So this is the list of bio IP tokens that are available on the market for you to purchase or trade. It is the full complete list. Vita RNA, Vita Fast, FAC, Biard, MIDI, Hempy, Claw, AB4AD, Forge, Ovaria, and a new one called Cymark. And if you look at these closely, you can see the market caps of them are all $1 million, under 10 million, under 5 million. A lot of them are under $1 million. And then all of a sudden you just have this one chilling at 1,000. What could this possibly be? Apparently, they listed the brand equity of SciDAO as an IP token. I don't know that they did this on purpose, but it is liquid and tradable. You can go trade this right now. It is super illiquid, but it does have a liquidity pool added, which is very, very bizarre. The trading volume over the last 24 hours is $66, which has sent it up 53%. There are only 55 tokens in circulating supply. How crazy. I don't know what's going on here, so be very cautious. Be very cautious with what you do. But this is kind of a nuts thing to see added here. No activity here, but clearly there has been trading volume. So you can actually go click on the contract. And you can see that there are only 6 holders here. But you can click on the contract and go see 55 Cymark total supply. There's been 16 transfers. The token contract address, you click this and go over to Dex Tools. Dex Screener glitches out with stuff like this, so I like Dex Tools. But you go to Dex Tools and go to it, and you can see it right here. I mean, it's liquid, $1,000 market cap. It's been sending, but off of almost no volume here. Like 4 of them got purchased yesterday. The liquidity pool, $500. But that is, if you look at the ratio, that is 50% of the market cap is liquid in the liquidity pool. So it is technically very liquid, but it's not liquid at all. And a dollar sends it up 1%, which is very crazy. But I just wanted to let you guys know, I was editing some videos yesterday and I wanted to get a screenshot of all of these, and I saw that there was a new one. And you guys know I enjoy purchasing all of them. I enjoy purchasing all of them. So I was like, what the hell? What is this? Overia, $57,000 market cap, Forge, $100,000. These are crazy. Like I said, these will not stay at these low market caps forever. It might stay there for a long time, but not forever. Where do you see these pump science token market caps going when there will be a lot of them? I think that they will all successfully make it through the rat trials, the mice trials, which puts them at somewhere around $10 to $50 million market caps. I think they all will hit those markers, 10 to 50 million. Some of them will outperform, obviously. Not all of them will probably make it, but my guess is on average, they will end up going to 10 to 50 million, which is a really, really crazy opportunity because they're sitting down here at $100 million market caps, right? EGS is chilling down here at a 76,000, Gaussy at 90,000. Art has no trading volume, but I'm sure it's sitting somewhere around 200,000, right? Riff and Euro, $2 million each, basically. I bought it, LMAO. I love that. Taking a gamble on the brand equity of Sidel. Why is that listed? I think what might have happened is that they tokenized everything and then someone got the contract address and decided to add a liquidity pool. And my guess is that this website here automatically looks for when liquidity pools are added to things, right? That's my guess. I don't know. I have no idea. And maybe I'm totally wrong with it, but that is my best guess because it is so different from the rest of the things out there. And if you go look at the IP NFT minter, you can actually see the completed list of everything that has been minted. So you can go see the Transfidelity. You can see Future Wire, which we've never talked about. We've never seen anything, but it has been minted. And you can go click on these and see the IPT membership agreement. You can see it's been minted, and you can see it has already been tokenized here, right? It's already been split into 1 million tokens. Yet it's not had liquidity added, so we can't go purchase it. But you can go see if you do some on-chain forensics, you can go see the token contract address, FWire, right? So we copy this address, we come here, we search through here, and no active pairs, right? But you can see that it has been created by Cymark. Or the token tracker, this is Cymark. For 1 million FWire. You go ahead. This is the IPT of IP NFT. So you can copy this address. And my guess as to what happened is that somebody took this address and added a liquidity pool to it so that you could start trading it. I have no idea though. I really don't know. All I know is that right now you can purchase the brand equity of SciDAO for an astonishing $1,000 market cap. So if you think SciDAO is worth more than that, I don't know. It's funny. It's such a weird world. How do I get back? Yeah, and you can go see all of them. So this will let you know. This is how I knew MIDI was going to get liquidity added soon. Just like Future Wire's probably going to have liquidity added fairly soon because it's already been tokenized, right? You can come to this website and see whatever this is. Chisholm is probably going to get liquidity added fairly soon. This is what happened here. SciDAO, the brand equity of Sci, got liquidity added to it. AB4ID, Hempy, VitaFast, I think, Biard, Aubrey, the first AI agent for longevity research. Has it been tokenized? Can't even click on it right now. Okay. But you guys get what I'm saying. Filter, ticker Filter, $500,000 market cap. Cartaforge, $200,000 market cap. MIDI, Donna. There's a lot of them that are coming. You know, there we go. There we go. So this one's also got split into a token, which means this one's probably coming soon too. It's cool. It's a very weird spot. LOL, send it. Let's go. Send it to a milli. Do 1,000x on the brand equity of SciMark, of SciDAO. Mobrian USA, any thoughts on Omega X as an online document? I don't know what that is, and I don't want to search that either. So I'm sorry, but I do not have a response for you. I will search here. But I guarantee it's not here. Omega X. Oh, Omega X Healthcare. Oh. It's been pumping lately, huh? It has indeed. It's on Solana. It's a pump fund token. It is a $2.3 million market cap. And it has definitely been skyrocketing lately. I know nothing about this, so I can't give you a strong opinion on it. But we can go to the X and see what they've been up to. The first medical DAO combining DeFi-powered healthcare and decentralized AI, the future of Web3 medicine. So this is very similar to everything else that is in DeSci. It's a very similar type of claim. Who knows? They got good engagement though. So they've clearly been doing something correct with their engagement. It's definitely worth looking into. I will say that. We'll give them a follow since they're in the DeSci, the Web3 healthcare space. And let's see if they start popping up on the feed more. Let's see if they continue to gain some traction. Is the Bill partnership you've been teasing with SciMark? No, it is not. Not with SciMark. Or maybe it is. I don't know. I can't tell you because it's not been announced yet. On an investment scale from bonds to the Powerball, where do you rank IP tokens? I think IP tokens have a similar RR as the Powerball. Maybe that makes sense, right? They're little mini lottery tickets. They're either going to make it or they're not. They are biotech pre-IPO companies, right? So even a biotech company on the stock market is super risky compared to the rest of the market. So I would definitely put them closer to the Powerball, but I think that you go through the list here and you scoop all of them, and we will see several of these end up making it to the market as fully fledged biotech companies. There are VitaFast and VitaRNA already are biotech companies. FAC is really close. Same with Hempy. Hempy is continuing to get really, really good news breakouts. Forge looks very interesting. Claw, they all look very interesting to me. I think that they're all very much worth it, but I would say that they're definitely far more risky. My bad, I meant AI doctor. Oh, okay. AI, oh, I get it. AI online doctor, not document. I don't know. It's definitely worth doing a lot of research on that, but it's a niche of a niche of a niche. Exactly. Exactly. You're combining the riskiest part of investing on the stock market with the riskiest part of investing in crypto, and you're combining them. And so the risk is through the roof. You can't measure the risk on these things. But at the same time, because they're data-driven ownership over intellectual property, that can be the backing and will be the backing of fully fledged biotech companies with real world consumer facing products, you're also eroding a lot of that risk. It's not as risky as you might think it is, just viewing it as a niche of a niche of a niche. These tokens Obviously, I'm very biased because I own all of them basically. But they have such amazing opportunities, in my opinion. And we'll just leave it at that. You guys take the thought as your own. Like if they actually, let's just take Forge for a second, just for a moment. If they actually figure out how to get bacteria to recycle batteries and recycle hardware, that is going to send this to a point where they're making more per day in revenue than the total market cap right now. You know, if they actually can scale that type of an idea, same with Hempy. If they create a fully fledged clothing brand based around hemp rather than cotton, they're probably going to be doing GMV higher than $420,000 every month. You know, clothing brands on TikTok have more volume than that in a given month. So I think they could do it. Same thing with Ovaria. Ovaria is a $57,000 market cap. A single IVF treatment can be that expensive. Even more, depending on what you're doing, right? If they actually figure out a way to make a drug so that people can avoid IVF, they will be making way more than what the market cap is right now. It's just you're risking on the science actually being there. But because this is everyone's first iteration of the IP token, they are putting their best foot forward. All the bio DAOs are putting their best foot forward with it, you know? So, Patrick going to be the richest geek in the world. That's the goal. No, because Elon Musk exists. As long as Elon's there, I don't think I got any grounds to stand on there. My goal is to get to 1 billion, not 300 billion. My goal is 1/300th of what he has. Okay. All right, why are you retracting your messages out here, Mo Brian? What the hell? There's no retracting in this game. I already read it. Bill to $1. Let's go. Send it higher. Send Bill to $1. Easy. All right, so I have some DeSci news that we can go through. Might as well. I'm not going to read this because I read through all of the Bio AI hackathon winners last live stream. But if you guys want to read through a little bit of a more in-depth analysis of it all, you can feel free to read this article that BioProtocol posted. I think it'll be a really good one. And yeah, Bill will be informed on it soon. He just needs to read it himself. AI will discover new science, says at Sama. Short academia, long AI science. Great podcast. So this person here, Jack Altman, sat down with Sam Altman and went through the future of AI basically. And Sam, along with all of the AI evangelists out there, all believe that AI's number one use case is in biotech, is in healthcare, is in academia, right? That's where its highest impact is. That's the sector of the world that needs the most advancements. And that is where a lot of the breakthroughs are happening with AI because it is so data driven, but we don't have the means right now or the knowledge to sort through all the data. Obviously, e-commerce is going to have already have a huge wave of AI in it, but it's like lowest hanging fruit first. The biggest impact is in science, and everyone can basically see it. Short academia, long AI science, long DeSci basically, but he's evolving his thesis here a little bit. I think it is really, really good to see big figures in the space like this talking about what we've been talking about for years, because it's slow. Like, I'm usually very early to things, right? Quantum computing, I'll admit it before anyone else. I'm extremely early to it, but I understand where the direction's going. And so it's easy to see where everything's going to be in 5-10 years. I don't know what the time frame is. I just know we're going there. And so same with DeSci. I don't know what the time frame is, but I know we're going there. And now some of the most influential figures in the entire space are also saying we're going there. Not necessarily exactly DeSci, but AI. And a lot of these DeSci projects, I think, just can move quicker, which is why I think DeSci. We also have a lot of new bio DAOs. We have nootropics DAO, which I made a video on the fact that they should do nootropics DAO like 8 months ago. We have microbiome DAO. We have dog years DAO. We have Dala DAO. We have Richard DAO. We have fat DAO. We have micro DAO. We have stem DAO. We have kidney DAO. We have glio DAO, and we have sleep DAO. All upcoming bio DAOs. It does seem that they are just launching any kind of DAO now, so we should probably do cow DAO soon. You should post your interviews on Spotify. I should do some more interviews first. Check out Dynex's tweet from yesterday. Bullish. Hell yeah. Cymark to the moon, baby. Very funny. I'm just checking in on the price. Very funny that this exists. Cow DAO. Cow DAO. Let's check out Dynex's tweet. No. Let's finish this first. Dog years DAO. Longevity research for your favorite friend. Targeting age-related diseases for dogs to advance longevity science for all mammals. If it works in your golden retriever, it might also work on you. So another version of Vita DAO basically, but they're testing it on dogs. Kind of weird. DAO Sleep, aka Sleep DAO, tackling the $500 billion plus sleep economy. Research into circadian rhythms, REM repair, and sleep disorders. Your insomnia finally has an on-chain path to relief. If any of you guys have ever had apps that help you with your sleep, you all know how powerful they are. Many years ago, when I was in high school, I downloaded an app on my phone that you would put your phone on your bed when you slept, and it would measure your REM cycles while you slept, and it would wake you up when you were in your lightest point of sleep. And every single day that I woke up with that app, even now, it's been 10 years, and I still remember it. I still think back to it. Every day that I would wake up with that app going, and the app waking me up when I was in my lightest point in sleep, I would have the best night's sleep possible because I'm waking up when I'm supposed to wake up, not when the alarm is going off. And because you're going into deep sleep and light sleep constantly, there's different areas that you're supposed to wake up at. So stuff like that I think is super advantageous to research and get more data on. Then we have MicroDAO, which is the fight against AMR, antimicrobials, decentralized pandemic defense, backing infectious disease research, vaccines, antivirals, and diagnostics through open science and global funding. Then we have FatDAO. Obesity and metabolic disorders are a $1.4 trillion global issue. The DAO funding biotech. This DAO funds biotech, GLP-1 research, and metabolic rewiring. GLP-1 is currently the most effective way to treat obesity. Ozempic, stuff like that. Your metabolic rewiring, because weight loss shouldn't be a pharma monopoly. Then we have a nootropics DAO, smarter minds, better outcomes. Nootropics are just cognitive enhancers. So cognitive enhancement meets community governance. Expect research into memory, attention, and focus enhancing compounds. Then we have Richard DAO, fixing men's health on chain. For sexual health to hormone optimization, this DAO removes stigma with men's medicine and funds what actually matters. Then we have STEM DAO, regrow, repair, rebuild, focused on regenerative medicine through stem cell innovation. A future where damaged tissues can self-heal is on the roadmap. Then we got Microbiome DAO, your gut is your second brain. We were just talking about this yesterday, actually. New science shows the microbiome influences everything from immunity to depression. This DAO brings gut health research on chain. Then we have Kidney DAO. Chronic kidney disease affects 850 million people. This DAO aims to fund better dialysis technology, transplant logistics, holy crap, and renal recovery therapies. And then we have Glio DAO, the only one in my opinion that you can't just read and know exactly what it is. One of the deadliest cancers finally gets its own DAO, focused on glioblastoma and brain tumors. Research that's long been ignored, now funded by the people. Not all brain tumors are glioblastomas. Dila DAO, rare disease research, no longer neglected. Don't we already have a rare disease research DAO? Rare disease DAO? And then Bioprotocol's a way to support 300 million plus people living with rare conditions and the researchers who've been left behind by traditional funding. So they definitely are letting everyone launch now, which is good and bad. The space is not big enough to really allow for all of this to happen, but it needs this to happen in order to have all the chances to get mainstream adoption. You know what I mean? So it's kind of a catch-22 in that sense. I had my first person IRL ask if I was taking GLP-1. I said no. They asked what I was doing. I said Fitness Friday with that investor. True story. Yeah. We should actually do Fitness Fridays. I do like 20-minute workouts, so I could take you guys with the VR headset and go into the gym in the garage and work out with you guys. That would be very funny. All right, let's go look at Dynex. Dynex's tweet that they just put out yesterday. Oh yes, this is not yesterday, so this may not be the tweet that you guys are referring to, but Bank of America just labeled quantum computing as one of the biggest disruptors of all time. Look at this. 1,000 years of technological disruption. Technology disruption since 1000 AD. How crazy is that? We got the printing press, the telescope, the steam engine, telegraph, light bulb, the Model T car, and then it just skyrockets. It just goes absolutely crazy in the last 100 years. Now, I imagine that there were a lot of big monumental things throughout history that felt like they were as exponential as this. I think this curve is an exponential curve, and so it's always felt like what we're going through right now. And you actually know that to be a true case because ancient philosopher states everything that is to be invented has been invented. Yes, they did. Yeah, right here. So we had Charles H. Duell was the commissioner of the U.S. Patent Office in 1899. His famous utterance is that everything that can be invented has been invented. Okay, that was back in 1899. Oh, ancient Greece. Okay, never mind. But we didn't see any kind of major explosion in electricity uses until low-key after he said that. Like, imagine in 1899 saying that everything that can be invented has been invented, and then you fast forward to the year 1912 and somebody makes an electric car, or not an electric car, just a car, and it's like, holy fuck. Oh my God, we have cars now. We have cars. They invent the vaccine. Do you know how big of an invention the vaccine was? Imagine saying that everything that has been invented, or that everything that can be invented has been invented, and then they make DVDs, and you're like, what? What do you mean you laser etched into a rock information? What are you saying to me? What is a laser? You know? Oh man. All right, let's go see Dynex, the other Dynex account, to see if that's the one that made a post yesterday. Either way, that is super bullish. Dynex Class. Nope, this was not them. But yeah, quantum computing, like I said, very big, very, very big future technology. We're a little bit early with it because the rest of the market, it's yet to have that ChatGPT moment for quantum computing, but that will come. It's like potentially being an investor or being aware of AI in like 2020, 2021, when ChatGPT had yet to be released, but everyone saw where it was going if you were paying attention to that, right? I was out here investing in Palantir, which was, at the time, I didn't even really fully understand that it was an AI company. I was just like, they have a magic software that can predict things. And then I got to see a user face like ChatGPT, and it became so clear, right? there were electric cars in 1890. So maybe that's what he was talking about. I didn't realize that, Beagle. All right, this is your reminder to go ahead and vote on Data Lake's snapshot here, lake.fund proposal. Cast your vote. It seems that 92% want $500,000 or 500,000 Lake sent to Spinedao. So it seems that that's probably what it's going to be. But you can go ahead and vote if you want to on this proposal to list Spinedao's fundraising efforts for Quest on Lake.fund. Really cool to see Lake.fund being used. It has been relatively inactive, but we're about to get another exciting listing. And then the last thing I was going to do before bringing it back to CreatorBid is talk about CryoRat. Yes, you heard me right. CryoRat from CryoDAO. Ticker RAT. I don't actually know if their ticker is RAT, but CryoRat is a thing that you can purchase. CryoRat. Sitting down here, we don't really talk about them that much. Market cap 168,000, but they do exist. This is another IP token that exists. I don't think they went through Molecule, which is why they're not on Molecule's website, but CryoRat is CryoDAO's IP token. CryoRat, true frontier science, a flagship project with CryoDAO, which will pave the way for reversible whole organism cryopreservation. So 18 months of a roadmap to freeze the rat and bring it back to life. The CryoRat experiment. It is going to be very interesting. Remember the CryoNana stuff that was going on? CryoNana with Lucas and CryoDAO. You know, CryoDAO actually made CryoNana plushies for that. It was really going to be a thing. Shout out to way back then. What was that? I was thinking about something the other day. It was like a testament to our activities from many, many, many moons ago. Oh, I remember what it was. You remember when I asked all of you guys to go put my videos on repeat so we could hit the minimum viable threshold for watch hours to get a monetized channel? Oh man, I remember that. The good old days. I appreciate all of you guys who did that for me. Allowed us to get that little boost in engagement so that I could get monetized, so we could have a fun time, so that C90 could gift a membership every live stream. Let's go. Let's go. Oh man. Okay. Let's go check out Bid, see if they've moved while we've been talking. It's like Bid has been in a very, very beautiful stair-stepping pattern. You know, if we go to the hourly chart for it, it's been really nice to see how clear this is, right? We get a push, people take profits. 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 It's definitely been slowing down a little bit, but I think that's because we're entering into a spot with Bid where most people are either in profits now or they're back to launch price, right? Because it launched up here at 16 cents, and that was when everyone got kind of free money. The airdrops took place 2 weeks later, so it was down here, and everyone just kind of is back at the spot where they got their airdrop. So we're obviously going to hit a bit of congestion here just because of that psychological barrier where it's like, okay, I'm back to where I was. Let's just get out. I think that's a huge mistake, but I'm not in a spot where I need to sell, right? And also plus my coins are locked, right? So I can't really sell, so I'm just coping a little bit, but yeah, it's good. We're chilling. This is a really good setup. I think if virtuals is any kind of an indication of where we can head, we have much more upside to get this to a $2 billion market cap. And of course, let's do a quick little poll here. Ooh. Ooh. I know I said Monday. I know that. But I'm just asking again to see if you guys want it today. It's going to be exactly split 50-50. It looks like the market doesn't really care so much. Not as many people are online for sure today, but crypto is online. Crypto never sleeps. I want to push like crazy. And the poll from yesterday in the community chat, we literally had an exact split, which was hysterical. Yeah, you see this? In this poll, we literally had an exact split. 45% said no, send the news now. We had 21 people voting to send the news now. And then we had 24 people vote to wait a little bit. And so technically, yes ended up winning. I voted for yes though, so I pushed it in the biased direction, but still. If it's ready, release it. It is ready to go. A lot of people said yes to wait for a new Bitcoin all-time high though. Which could take a long time, you know? And then when you start playing that game, like what if this is the top? And then we never go back to all-time highs. I'm just kidding. I don't want to be kicked out of my own live stream for FUD. We do have, like, there's a campaign of stuff, maybe less people because online because Juneteenth, exactly. We do have like a campaign of announcements and things coming after I make this official announcement, because then I'm going to have Bill explain what it means to you all over the course of a couple days. So we'll see. We'll see. I think I might just do it today. All right. I'm gonna go get breakfast, a bite to eat, and then I'm going to get back to work before we get nuke. I know. That's the scary part, is that I can make the announcement and then all of a sudden Trump is like, hey, we're invading Iran. Sorry. Oh, speaking of the devil. Not like actually the devil, but like speak of the devil. That's the saying, you know? The saying. Daily chart does look really strong. It looks like Bitcoin's 4-year cycles. Yeah, crazy pump, dump. Crazy pump, dump. Crazy pump, dump. Crazy pump, dump. Crazy pump. Just DM me, I will tell the others, I promise. Yes, I believe you, Beagle. I believe you. W Dr. Crypto. All right, guys. Any questions? Any final questions? Otherwise, we're going to hit the road. Damn. Agent CAO. Join the cow herd. On Creator Bid. BitTenzer. Do they have that sub node? Cow. $235,000 market cap. Came out yesterday. I'm just looking. No questions. Okay. I was giving you time to ask questions. But, all right. Your time is your most valuable asset. Hopefully this was worth investing it into. I appreciate all of you guys being here with me today. And hopefully we can continue to get some positive action in the markets. That is everyone's dream. So let's make it come true. All right, guys. See y'all tomorrow.